but let's jump into what we've been playing for the last 2 weeks. I'll start us off. I actually beat Ni No Kuni 2, the Revenant Kingdom, which is a Japanese RPG that came out a couple years ago. I've been holding it back, knowing that I'm really going to enjoy this game because I really like the first game. I would say if you're a JRPG fan and don't mind like the cutesy type of stuff with a story that's kind of like childish, kind of adult, like kind of in between, like teenage-ish, you should probably give this game a go. And something I really liked about it is it's not just like an RPG in the fact that like you run around and you fight stuff all the time, because it absolutely has that. That's the main core of the game. But there's other aspects where you're actually doing like overworld, like war scenarios where you have like a band, like little armies that you like move around on the overworld map to fight like other little armies and stuff. And it's actually like a neat idea. It reminds you kind of like of Pikmin. It's kind of similar to that. But there's like so many different things in this game that like they bring it together and it's wrapped into like a pretty solid package. My only complaint is, yes, it's cutesy and it doesn't really have too much character development. And that's something that I really like. I like the story and I like to get invested in characters. And there's too many side quests and just quests in general. Like I clocked in like 70 hours into the game and there were still so many more things I could have done, but there was really no purpose to do it because you didn't need to get to like level 99 to beat the game like some games have you do. You have to grind it out. Now I'm thinking about it, actually, there's actually another mechanic in the game where you build your kingdom out. So you have to like go and recruit people in the world, bring them back to your kingdom, and you like build buildings that let you research how to get like more XP or how to get better weapons or to get certain things so that when you're in like a labyrinth thing and you have no map, you can get a map. And then on the map, if you research it, you can find chests in that labyrinth that's like all like kind of like the fog of war type of thing. And I don't know, it's a really cool and novel JRPG. Pretty solid. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. If you like the first game, you'll like the second one. But if you love the first game, you might not like the second one because they're very different. The first game has more of like a Pokemon type of like you get creatures and you have the creatures fight for you type of aspect. But in this one, it's more like you have a party and it's more traditional where you just pick the party, you get weapons and you fight. So again, that's Ni No Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. If you haven't played it yet, it's super cheap now because it's just one of those games that goes down in price really fast because nobody plays these fucking games anymore other than me. Go ahead.
Well, I heard a lot of people say that they didn't like the second one as much as the first one, and the first one had a better story because it's about like the death of your mom and stuff as far as the main character, and
Yeah.
a lot of like bolted on just extra fluff to the second one that just kind of wasn't necessary. I don't know. That's just what
Yeah.
I've heard.
I if I had to pick one, I would say I like the second one better, not because of the story, but because the actual fighting was more fun. It
Mm.
was just more entertaining, and since that's like the meat of the actual game, and you're doing that a lot, it just carried it through. I would say yes, the first game had better story. The characters were probably more likable, but they're two different games. It's so weird that in a franchise like this, you'd have a sequel where they just changed it up. It's just very odd.